For Garth,
25 songs from shows in 99 cities, two-time Grammy winner. How many Country Music Association's Entertainer of the Years?
I have no idea.
Yeah, a bunch.
Thank God they don't have any taste.
Going to sing for us a little bit later on. Hello, my friend.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's talk about this live album.
Okay.
God, I was there when you started this tour 2.5 years ago in Atlanta, and I told you it was the loudest I'd ever heard at a concert. Earth, Wind and Fire, Styx, Garth Brooks. Loud, loud, loud. I know what you do to the audience. Let's talk about that relationship. What does the audience do to you?
Well, I'm hoping that I can explain that, especially to you, if which I know you listen to this live album. You can see what it does to you. So imagine what it does when you're up there at the focal point and all these voices are coming at you. It's the greatest thing, especially when they just start singing. There's an actual track on here where I sing about 2 lines and they're singing so loud and so beautifully. Screw it, let them sing, because it sounds so much better with them singing than me.
I told you, the opening bars to Friends in Low Places, it sounds like a jet's landing when the crowd hears it. Also, they sing the dance, last song on the CD. When you get through with the concert, you get on the bus, do you listen to every concert as you're going to the next venue?
No, actually, we were sending them home. Alan Reynolds, the producer, was listening to all of them. He's the guy that always picks the tracks. I've just never been any good at picking tracks. So I guess I'm worried too much about what the vocal sounds like instead of how the track feels. So he always picks the tracks. So he's the guy that went through all these countless numbers of tapes in each city and actually picked the songs that felt best to him.
Also, you're on a road. You've been at the top. You're going to the top of the top, which is the Beatles have sold the most albums out of anybody. You're right on their tail. And people say that this is very important to you. Is it important to you?
Not really. It's you know, we're all competitive. I think we're all competitive or we're not be here. But truthfully, my thing is I want to be remembered for the music, not a scorekeeper.
Yeah.
So I just want to take care of that. But it'll get more and more important the closer it gets, if it does, because we're both on the same label.
Yeah.
So you'll see our label blowing it out because they know the benefactors of that is going to be Capitol Records, since the Beatles were on Capitol and Garth, you know, got to be as well.
Yeah, I've mentioned I've seen you. What are some of the nutty things that have happened on stage that maybe we don't know about? Some funny things, bumping into each other, getting hit in the head with a guitar, anything that you say, gee, I don't believe that happened tonight?
No, just the normal stuff. You know, Debbie took a guitar over the eye and cut it this way, and what I loved about her was she tried to stay on stage the whole time, but she was just kind of wandering aimlessly. So one of the crew guys came and got her, and she was just bound and determined to stay up there, but she was pretty much out of it. Yeah, she didn't know which way was the front of stage or not. And just the things like that. You know, the guitars we probably went through about 60 guitars this year just because of mistakes. You'll turn around running one way while one of you guys is running the other way. You'll never see each other, and next thing you know, it'll be in pieces. So you find a little kid out in the audience or something and give it to him, and hopefully it works that way.
Garth, you got a little Dizzy Gillespie thing working.
Is that what that is?
All about?
They call it a soul patch. When I found that out, I was like, I got to shave it off because me and soul I've never had soul in my life.
Soul.
So.
What are you doing for T-Day, Bird Day?
Eating.
Eating?
Yep. Same thing I'm doing right before T-Day and the day after. Just eating. I love that. And of course, I'm going to watch. It's a tradition to watch Barry Sanders on Thanksgiving Day,
right.
And this year I think they're playing the Steelers, which is my team. So it's going to be a day of torn emotions.
How'd a guy from Yukon, Oklahoma, become a Steelers fan?
From Roberto Clemente in '72, I think, when he died, I became a Pirates fan, a Steelers fan, and a Penguins fan. And I don't have a special basketball team. I got special basketball players that have been cool to me, Malone, and those guys, you know, have been real sweet to me. But I'm just a Pittsburgh nut. I don't know why.
Steeler, Garth Brooks. We like that. Will you stick around a little bit? Because we've got Martha coming up. You travel a lot.
Yes.
Martha's going to tell us how to get from point A to point Z with everything intact up there in the sky.
I need that.
Martha travel tips. Then you're going to sing for us. And CBS This Morning continues.
From a special place where chocolate is everything comes Hershey's Pot of Gold box chocolates. Almonds, caramels, and pecans nestled in beds of chocolate.
Hershey's Pot of Gold.
It's my doorbell.
Unfortunately, there was only one package of Stouffer's lasagna when your son and his fraternity showed up for dinner.
I'll call you back.
Hey, Mrs. C.
Fortunately, it was the big one. Stouffer's family-style favorites. Classic homemade taste in larger sizes.
Florida's natural, not from concentrate premium juice is made by a co-op of growers who are, well, like most traditional families. For example, They never miss their yearly gathering. They always respect their elders, and they constantly look out for the next generation. Sure, the folks who make Florida's Natural see things a little differently. After all, they own the land, they own the trees, they own the company. Taste the difference it makes. Florida's Natural Premium Juice.
If it ain't eggs, it ain't breakfast. I love eggs.
Did you know eggs are a good, inexpensive source of high-quality protein?
The incredible edible egg. I love eggs.
Elizabeth Arden, Splendor. The enchanting new fragrance that sparked the most romantic love story ever. Elizabeth Arden, Splendor. The Holiday Color Collection, $38.50 with any $28 Elizabeth Arden fragrance purchase.
Introducing Underpaints by Delicates. A bold new collection of lace bras and panties only at JCPenney. Save on intimate apparel at our semi-annual lingerie sale. Underpaints. See what we've done to beige.
Let me tell you a story about Mark's favorite hat.
When are you going to get rid of that ratty old hat?
Never.
No!
We gotta go back and get it.
No way.
Cut to the chase in their new Ford Explorer Sport.
We're gaining, we're gaining. Right there, it's right there.
What?
The new Ford Explorer Sport. Cool. Built Ford tough.
This Martha Stewart Morning sponsored by Kmart, where there's a better way to save today.
Well, you're looking at three people who do a great deal of traveling, sometimes more than we'd like. Today is the busiest travel day of the year, and if your holiday plans include flying, you should know how to deal with those little discomforts, like that dry cabin air. So we've got some easy ideas to smooth out your ride.
Garth is here too.
Yep. Well, I have a little, what I call my little bag that I take on the planes with me nowadays.
That's a little bag?
This is a little bag. You have to have strong arms, but this is my bag of tricks. First, always a buckwheat pillow to put around my neck like that. And this is for you, Garth.
Oh, thank you.
Because it really conforms to your neck and it makes you feel really, really good.
Cool, thank you.
Next, a scarf, which nobody can have because I like this scarf. But this I cover, it's big enough to cover my whole body.
Okay.
And it's
very... it's cold on the plane.
Oh, sometimes it gets so cold. Yeah. And it's very, very warm. And I just bury myself under this if I'm reading a book or something. And also, over your face, it just keeps that dry air off you.
Keeps people away from
excellent.
you, too.
I always take an extra sweater.
Okay.
And I have my little wonderful travel kit of herbal remedies. And
Martha,
this is so great.
You are like, you've got so much stuff in this bag.
Well, here, Garth, this is for dry skin. Just, no, not in your mouth. No. Just like that. It just rehydrates your skin, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, like lavender.
Do I look lavender?
Yeah, you look great.
You look good.
So that's that. And if you want, you can have the little bit of arnica that you can put on sore muscles if your neck hurts or your arm hurts. What about your hands? Sometimes they must hurt after all that playing.
Right.
You just rub this on, and it really, really helps. And lip balm for dry lips on the plane. We all have that.
How much stuff do you have in there?
But this is so easy. You know, these are all nice little things. And this is just a soothing chest balm. Sometimes if you feel a little bit like congested, but for that too, I have this. No, these are things I really do now because I can't stand flying without these. This is the best thing. This is a Chinese cure for everything, and have that. It's a ginger and brown sugar tea.
Garth,
and you bring this all on the
plane? All this on the
How
plane?
do you get through that little security guy there?
This goes through. There's nothing bad in here. And I also carry lemons.
Garth?
Oh, thank you.
I'm not a fanatic, but I don't like to eat that airplane food. Hard-boiled eggs are great.
Some people might say you're a little fanatical on this, Martha.
Yeah. I just don't like the other passengers.
I have my vitamins. I have a whole wheat bread sandwich, something really good to eat just for, you know.
Oh, you're not going to eat that great airplane food? You know, when they say, do you want to eat? And you say, no. The flight attendants are always like, oh.
Socks.
Like it's such the greatest.
Socks.
Socks?
Yeah, because if your feet get cold, you know, if you're not in first class, sometimes gives you those nice little socks. but if you don't have them, just to keep your feet warm. And lots of water. Lots of water.
What else is in there, Martha?
Oh,
it's got a basement in this
a good
bag.
book and a good magazine, and I have cotton pads that I soak in chamomile tea.
Okay, Garth, you do a lot of your traveling on the bus.
Right? And plane. I'm still confused when you said if somebody wants to eat and you said no.
Yeah. You know, when they say, do you want the... You never said
no.
You always accept what they give you?
Shoot, Jeff, it's free.
Doesn't somebody pack you up a nice little bag of good stuff? I'll pack you up one of these.
Oh, I'll take them both. I mean...
Give me some travel tips from the Garth man.
Well, I think the biggest travel tip for me is dress comfortably. That's the main thing. These poor guys I see over there, I know they're either commuting or whatever, and they're in their three-piece suits. I'm in my, you know, my big, well, you saw them today.
Those pants, you could read by those pants that you had on this morning.
Just real comfortable.
What about your hat? Can you sleep with your hat on?
No, I never travel with my hat at all. So I just usually bring a ball cap to put down over my eyes to go to sleep by or whatever. I'm pretty easy.
Do you get up and walk around to give yourself some circulation?
No, don't want to mess those pilots up. Just keep it good and smooth.
What about drinking water? Water upstairs is a good thing to drink.
So much water, and never drink alcoholic beverages on the plane. Do you?
Just when I'm flying. It's just
occasionally when we're up flying around.
That's like the worst thing you can do, though. It's so dehydrating.
But you know, when you're flying 5 hours going from New York to L.A., little red wine, you know, it's hard not to go down that
It's not really the greatest for you.
Yeah. Well, Martha, I'm going to tell you, you amaze me every day. But I've got to tell you,
there's more stuff.
I know there's more stuff in there.
We'll save it for next time.
Okay. Garth, you ready to sing a little bit?
You betcha.
All right, Garth is going to sing coming up next. The man with the plan, Garth Brooks, singing with us when we come back.
Kmart's the only show in town Thanksgiving Day.
Like nothing you've ever seen. It's showtime.
Curtain call is 8 a.m. Thanksgiving Day at Kmart. All Christmas trees and decorations are 20% off.
I give it 5 stars.
All family outerwear 40% off.
Fabulous.
Boys and girls bikes are just $34.99. This full-featured VCR is $79.99, and this 13-inch color TV is just $98.
We give it 8 thumbs up.
Don't miss this Thanksgiving Day sale, because big holidays begin at Kmart.
Okay, you need to send a birthday bouquet cross-country to your Aunt Bonnie. You'll never see those flowers, but she will. So, who are you going to trust?
FTD, the world's gold standard for flower quality, artistry, and dependability. Nobody else even comes close. Ask for FTD by name.
So even if you don't see the flowers,
you'll know just what they're going to look like. Some of life's best moments come FTD.
Nobody can spot a big idea quicker than a mom. Who else can look at a simple Gladware container and know in a flash just how many nifty ways you can use it, reuse it, and at around 50 cents each, even afford to lose it? Gladware saves things, but you can give it away. Hey, moms know when to let go. Yes, it's Gladware from Glad. Moms who know Glad.
13 before the hour. All right, the wait is over. Ladies and gentlemen, Garth Brooks.
Just the other night at a hometown football game, my wife and I ran into my old high school flame. And as I introduced them, the past came back to me, and I couldn't help but think of the way things used to be. 'Cause she was the one that I'd wanted for all time, and each night I'd spend praying that God would make her mine. And if he'd only grant me this wish I wished back then, I'd never ask for anything again. Sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers. Remember when you're talking to the man upstairs, but just because he doesn't answer doesn't mean he don't care. 'Cause some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered unanswered prayer. She wasn't quite the angel that I remembered in my dreams, and I could tell the time had changed me. In her eyes too it seemed. We tried to talk about the old days, there wasn't much we could recall. I guess the Lord knows what he's doing after all. And as she walked away, well, I looked at my wife, and then and there I thanked the good Lord for the gifts in my life. Sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers. Remember when you're talking to the man upstairs, that just because he doesn't answer, it doesn't mean he don't care. 'Cause some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers.
Ah, yes. Very nice, Garth.
Oh, well.
Thank you again for this. I will.
She brings gifts.
And don't put this in my mouth, right?
Right.
That's the deal?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Quick question. This album, double album, sells for about $13 $13.
Yeah.
We call that a deal, Garth.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Good to see you.
It was a pleasure.
So you go back home today?
Yeah, go back home and then eat some turkey tomorrow, then get back. We're going to be back up here to actually light the Christmas tree and then Rockefeller Center, so we're going to have fun.
So how long have you been off tour now?
5 days.
Do you pick up the phone at home and look for room service?
It's killing me. I miss my guys, you know. Some of these guys, we've been together for 11 years, so I miss them. What
does the band do when you stop touring?
The same thing they do when we were touring, nothing. They're right now going, oh. They just, they go on and do their thing. You know, they're either going to play with other people, work on their own individual stuff, and then guys like Mike, the drummer, has 700 irons and different fires that he'll be going on doing.
Are you going to make some pies tomorrow?
What's that?
Making some pies tomorrow?
I'll probably be eating some pies tomorrow. I do the eating part of it.
Okay.
Is Sandy a good cook?
Yes, she is. Do I look like I'm missing a meal?
You and I both don't look like we missed too many meals. Garth, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for coming on our show and playing and doing all the stuff this morning.
Thank you.
Best of luck and everything, babe.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Now, if you love a parade and you know who you are, be with us on CBS This Morning tomorrow. We're going to preview our CBS coverage of Thanksgiving Day parades across the country, including the big one here in New York. And celebrate Thanksgiving.